Under the weight of new evidence, the very foundation of cosmology is beginning to tremble. The James Webb Space Telescope, humanity's most advanced eye on the universe, was built to look deeper into time and space than any instrument before it. But few could have predicted what it would find staring back. Designed to observe the faintest traces of light from the earliest moments after the Big Bang, Webb has delivered something so staggering, so incompatible with current scientific models, that a Nobel Prize-winning physicist broke his silence with a chilling conclusion: this is not our universe. It began with what seemed like a routine observation, a glowing speck in a distant region of space. At first glance, it was catalogued as a simple, ancient galaxy. But as the data poured in, assumptions began to unravel. That yellow smudge turned out to be the most distant galaxy ever discovered, formed just 290 million years after the universe's supposed beginning. And yet, it defied every law of astrophysics. It was too massive, too luminous, too evolved. According to current models, there simply wasn't enough time, gravity, or material in the early universe to produce such complexity. But the mystery deepened when Webb uncovered not one anomaly, but dozens, entire clusters of galaxies that shouldn't exist. Each one a paradox, a violation of what we believed to be the inviolable laws of cosmology. As astronomers examined these findings more closely, they found something even stranger. Some of these early cosmic structures weren't just massive, they were alien. Unlike ordinary galaxies that convert only a fraction of their gas into stars, at least 3 of Webb's discoveries had converted nearly 100% of their matter into starlight. No gas, no dust, just pure radiance. Theoretically, such galaxies are impossible. There shouldn't be enough time for such complete conversion, and yet, there they are. These aren't just outliers. They represent something entirely unknown. Scientists are now daring to ask what was once unthinkable. What if these aren't galaxies at all? What if they're not part of our universe? Could we be observing remnants of a previous cosmos? Artifacts of another dimension? Or intrusions from a neighboring universe? To understand how this challenges everything, we must explore the concept of the Hubble sphere and the observable universe. As space expands, distant galaxies recede from us faster than the speed of light. The Hubble sphere marks the limit beyond which galaxies should be forever unreachable, moving away so fast that their light can never reach us. And yet, Webb is now detecting light from objects beyond this boundary. Light that should never have made it here. This suggests something terrifying, that we're seeing beyond the edge of our universe. That the barrier we believed to separate us from the unreachable isn't as impermeable as we thought. Something is bleeding through. All of this has forced some of the world's most respected scientists to consider a shocking possibility. What if the universe never truly had a beginning? What if the Big Bang was not the origin of everything, but merely a transitional event, a reboot in a much older, more complex framework? If galaxies formed faster than they should, if light is reaching us from beyond the cosmic horizon, if structures appear where no time should have existed, then maybe our universe is not a linear story but a fractured narrative. A collision, or overlap, of realms. A place where something far older has left its imprint. And among the most overlooked yet eerie findings from Webb's data is not something seen, but something heard. A frequency, faint, rhythmic, and inexplicably consistent. While monitoring the background hum of the universe, Webb detected a pulsing signal. Not a pulsar. Not gravitational waves. Not background radiation distortion. This oscillation repeated at regular intervals, steady, deliberate, as if it were created. Scientists are calling it the heartbeat beyond time. Others are more cautious, labeling it a signature of exotic matter, or a quirk of new physics. But whatever it is, it's not random. It pulses like a clock ticking in the dark. Absolutely. Here's the second and final part of the script, rewritten to match the tone, pacing, and suspenseful style you've established, ending on a chilling, cinematic note. Something that could exist only outside the boundaries of our universe. And here's the terrifying part, it's not random. That frequency, the so-called heartbeat beyond time *, follows a precise mathematical pattern. Like a message. As if something, or someone, designed it to be discovered. Encoded it to wait patiently, until we had the technology to listen. But the signals aren't the only thing causing panic behind closed doors in the scientific community. One of Webb's most unexpected findings is what researchers are calling a gravitational mismatch. Galaxies located at the farthest distances, billions of light-years away, appear to bend light, distort space, and influence neighboring structures with immense gravitational pull. Yet there's no visible mass, no stars, no gas, not even dark matter. Something invisible is pressing down on the fabric of spacetime itself. These aren't just gravitational lenses. They're phantom fields, ghost-like fingerprints from something massive but unseen. Something that shouldn't be in our universe. And the question scientists are now whispering is this: what if it isn't? Some theoretical physicists are now suggesting what was once unthinkable: that what we're observing isn't a glitch or a mystery, but a collision. A bleed-through. A shadow of another universe overlapping ours. For decades, the multiverse was dismissed as fantasy, science fiction at best. But James Webb is forcing a second look. Recent data shows strange asymmetries in the spin and rotation of distant galaxies, as if the laws of physics themselves are being tugged by an external force. These aren't random fluctuations. They appear mirrored, inverted, as though there's a twin universe, running backward, with time flowing in reverse. And if that's true, then maybe we're not alone in the multiverse. Maybe we're entangled. Bound to another reality we can't yet see, except in these subtle fractures and echoes. And then, just when scientists thought they'd seen the limits of strangeness, Webb recorded something utterly unprecedented. A distant light signature, coming from the edge of the observable universe, suddenly vanished. It was expected. At that distance, the expansion of space itself should stretch and erase the signal. But then, it reappeared. From a different direction. From a different time. And yet, it was the exact same fingerprint. The only explanation? The light bounced off something. Reflected. Echoed. But off what? There are two terrifying possibilities. 1. The universe is not infinite. Space is curved, and the light circled back from the far side of a closed cosmos. Or 2, something's out there. A structure. A boundary. A mirror, something capable of catching light and sending it back. Something no current theory can explain. And that brings us to the most terrifying conclusion of all. The James Webb Space Telescope was meant to show us how everything began. But instead, it may have shown us that it never did. That what we see as the universe is only a shard of something far older. Far larger. And far stranger. The impossible galaxies, the phantom gravity. The mirrored laws, the encoded pulse, the reflected light. Piece by piece, the illusion of certainty is breaking apart. A Nobel Prize-winning physicist said it plainly: this is not our universe. So what does that mean? Maybe the Big Bang was never the beginning. Maybe our universe is just one layer in a stacked reality. A ripple in an ocean of hidden dimensions. Maybe we were never supposed to see beyond the edge. Not yet. And yet, now we have. Now, the question isn't whether we're alone in the cosmos. The real question is whether we've already been seen. Because something is out there. Something ancient. Watching. And the sky? It just blinked. So tell us, what do you think Webb has truly found? A doorway? A warning? Or a welcome? Subscribe. Turn on notifications. Because the next signal could come at any moment. And when it does, it might not be from here. Or now. Or even, from us.